Helps if the mic's on. Class of 2021, parents, alumni, faculty, and friends, including Mr. Becker and Mr. Spica, welcome. On behalf of our board and trustees, faculty, and staff, it is my honor to welcome you to the 104th commencement ceremony for Roycemore School. Today, we celebrate the completion of a significant milestone for 25 remarkable young women and men who I am proud to soon recognize as Roycemore alumni. I also want to recognize our graduates on the stage as well as our graduates far away. Participating remotely are Gary, Alex, Joanna, Molly, Bella, Cindy, and Alex. They are joined by their classmates here on stage, Ella, Grace, China, Katie, Hanu, Alexandria, Amarina, Nina, Riley, Henry, Effie, Alex, Ellison, Ben, Richard, Alum, Jake, and Adam. It is indeed a unique commencement ceremony. In a little bit, I will offer a tribute to this wonderful class of Griffins. But before I do, it's important to acknowledge that they did not reach this milestone alone. They arrived at this juncture with the love and support of their families, who have devoted themselves to their success. Certainly, without them, this group of graduates would not be sitting on stage today. Families as seniors, we acknowledge you for the countless sacrifices you have made that have culminated in today's special event. Thank you so much for all of your support this incredible year and these last 4 years. All those that know Roycemore know that when you become a student here, your family also gets a little bit bigger. In my conversations with dozens of Roycemore students and alumni again and again, I hear them talk about the incredible relationships they have with teachers and how dedicated they are to them. In this pandemic year, those relationships have meant more than ever before, as teachers have gone above and beyond in supporting students with many special one-on-one meetings, the remote support that they provided, providing extra sections of classes for our students far away. And they've certainly witnessed the dedication firsthand of these teachers. So today's commencement exercises are an opportunity to thank them for their inspiration and support. They nurtured and maybe even cajoled some of you to do the hard work and deep thinking that made it possible for you to be here today. We know it wouldn't have been possible without their support, so we have a huge debt of gratitude for the Roycemore faculty. Please join me in thanking them for their support. With today's ceremony honoring both graduates here on stage and those remotely, we needed to find a way to include them and their families, as we are so sad that they can't be with us here today. So we began thinking about how to make this work from a technology standpoint. So we turned to none other than Ron Tain, who's hiding back over there. Mr. Tain traveled up here from Florida to provide the expertise and implementation for us. So I want to thank Mr. Tain for lending us his special talents. We wanted to create a unique way for our graduates to thank a special teacher or family member today. So they have each selected 2 roses to present to individuals they would like to acknowledge. And since some of our seniors are participating remotely, and some are physically on stage here with us today, we have a special video presentation of the traditional rose presentation ceremony. So it's going to appear on screen. I hope you can see it. If you missed that, the seniors are going to be catching up with you when you go out to the terrace on the reception. So also, if you missed it, this whole ceremony is being recorded today, so you'll be able to watch it later as well. While all teachers make an impact, today we are going to acknowledge one very special teacher with the Elinor Rice Fuchs Award. As the drama teacher, Ricey devoted long hours after school to guide the rehearsal of wonderful plays, to listen to her students, and to offer wise counsel with a healthy mixture of laughter and gravitas. The school has chosen to honor these twin attributes of promoting excellence and building special relationships with students by identifying an Elinor Rice Fuchs Distinguished Teacher each year. In order to be eligible for the award, a member of the faculty, not the administration, must have taught at Roycemore for a minimum of 5 years and must not have received the award in any of the last 5 years. As the committee of faculty members met this year to select a recipient for the award, they all agreed that this teacher reflects all of the qualities that are outlined for the award. Like Ricey, this teacher also devotes long hours after school to support students. Her colleagues comment about her tremendous dedication and how she, quote, always does amazing things with the kids and thinks nothing about going above and beyond in any way. She is the essence of what makes a great Roycemore teacher, providing support to students and parents, ensuring that they are known and loved. Students often think of her as their school mom, and they know they can trust her. One of her colleagues said, "She is always taking care of things in the coolest, calmest way. She is a lovely colleague. She can take big, messy problems and boil them down to the essence and deal with them with skill." Teaching in a pandemic has been incredibly difficult, and despite her own concerns, she pushed through them to serve as a steady force for students and parents. In a fall parent survey, there was comment after comment from parents who singled her out during this pandemic that she has been a rock. She has been that strong and supportive person for parents and students during a very stressful time. On top of that, she is progressive with curriculum, blending in art, drama, science, or other disciplines to the humanities classroom to make learning more authentic. Her impact is felt beyond our middle school, however. In fact, this year, she worked with Nina, one of our graduates, on an independent study in Judaic history. Even our early childhood teachers know and love Amy because she is someone who brings us all together as a community. It is my distinct honor to present our Elinor Rice Fuchs Distinguished Teacher of the Year Award to Amy Milner-Gravine. Thank you, Amy. And I don't know if you realized your family snuck in here. They're back over here. Surprise. I am now pleased to introduce Senior Ephraim Zimmerman, who will play Beethoven's Piano Sonata number 14, second movement. Thank you, Ephraim. incomparable, amazing Stephanie Rivera, upper school head.
At our awards ceremony, we presented many members of this class with special awards. The class of 2021 includes AP Scholars and Eisner Scholars. It includes pianists, saxophone players, budding physicians, aerial artists, talented gamers, pastry chefs, rowers, officers of the student government, concerned citizens of our community, and outstanding performers in fine arts, academics, athletics, and other extracurriculars. At this time, we also presented the Rebecca Ashley Thatcher Awards, the highest academic awards Roycemore offers, save one award. It is now my pleasure to present the Thatcher Award determined by the highest academic average to Richard York Speaker Ackerman. Each year, the seniors and upper school faculty work together to select a member of the class to speak at today's ceremony. We seek a student who has demonstrated intellectual effort, service to the school and community at large, integrity, and appreciation for individual differences. Add an impressive array of accomplishments ranging from classes at Northwestern University to performing multiple roles in our plays, to serving as vice president of our student government, to helping run our Gender Sexuality Alliance Club, while also maintaining extremely strong academics. And it's easy to understand the thinking behind this year's choice of class speaker. Today, representing the class of 2021, I'm pleased to introduce Berhanu Snyder.
1,365 days ago, I, along with the rest of the incoming class of 2021, ventured into the high school wing of Roycemore for the first time. A week later, 1,355 days ago, we participated in our first upper school picnic, won our first tug of war, and painted our first class mural, even if we did forget to put the name of our year on it, and started to form the beginnings of our class identity. 1,233 days ago, we had our first JST, which for many of us meant truly understanding what a Roycemore education would mean outside of the classroom. 1,173 days ago, our class performed our first polio, and before long, our freshman year was over. Over the next 2 years, these events marked points in our growth as individuals and as a collective. Each field trip, each mandatory fun assembly, and each watermelon eating contest created a shared experience that each of us could relate to. But 455 days ago, on Friday, June 13th, we were all sent home for what I will admit felt like an early spring break at the time. None of us understood what happened, what was happening, or what was going to happen. There were overreactions, underreactions, and those in between. And the gravity of removing all of those experiences we had once taken for granted hadn't really hit us yet. But as spring break turned to summer, and we had to watch the class of 2020 graduate on Zoom, I think I finally started to realize how different the last year of high school would be. In the first few weeks, I mourned the lost events, the ones we marked our calendars for and took pictures of. The performances, the proms, the things that have their own pages in the yearbook. But as time went on, I started to realize what I missed most weren't the things that stood out, but the everyday interactions that were no longer available online. Even as we came back to school in the fall, many of those exchanges did not come back. Would we have done the same things if we had known everything would change on that Friday? Would we have savored every moment with those who we wouldn't see for longer than a year, or possibly ever again? To those who we never even got to say goodbye to those who have been lost permanently, to a pandemic fundamentally changing even those it spares. I hope so. In other words, I hope each and every one of us will see each moment for what it is, precious. Each passing conversation, each shared laugh, each welcoming smile is valuable and should never be taken for granted. As we graduate and move into the next stage of our lives, I hope that we will be able to find value in every moment of life. In the words of Nicki Minaj, I believe that life is a prize, but to live doesn't mean you're alive. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Thank you, Hanu. Those were such inspiring words and so, so true for all of us. I hope everybody takes that in to their hearts and realizes that each day is a prize indeed. I am now pleased to introduce two of our other prizes on this stage, Richard York Speaker Ackerman and Ephraim Zimmerman, who will play George Gershwin's I Got Rhythm. Thank you, Richard and Effie. We got rhythm. This whole class got rhythm. Love it. Last week, whoa, that was loud. Last week, I had the incredible honor of announcing an extraordinary gift to Roycemore School of $1 million from one of our retired teachers who taught at Roycemore for just 2 years, 1975 to 1977, William Hinchliff. Bill made this gift in memory of his parents, May B. and James D. Hinchliff. Inspired by the experience his mother had as a Roycemore student and his own experience as a faculty member and trustee of the school, Bill designated the gift from his parents' charitable remainder trust to maintain and secure our campus here at 1200 Davis. His gift will help ensure that students will be able to enjoy attending Roycemore School here for many years to come, and to graduate in this building just as the class of 2021 is today. We had hoped that Bill could be here so we could recognize him in person, but he was not able to do so. So we'll find another appropriate time to acknowledge him, as it is rare for a school our size to receive a gift of this magnitude. He did ask me to share with you, however, that not only does he have great memories of Roycemore, both as a teacher and a member of the board in the 1990s, but also of graduations like the one here today. His own mother, class of 1930, gave the speech in 1983. She was honored as our very fourth distinguished alumna of Roycemore, after this honor began in 1980. As a side note, Bill tells me that she asked him to read over the speech, which he did, and he made a number of suggestions, including that it was too long, and she ignored them all. And he said, and to be honest, it was pretty good. Bill also remembers speeches by his former student David Royko, class of 77, and another by Eric Boardman, a former teacher who went on to have a successful career in the movies and TV. In short, he says, these are wonderful occasions, so he urges you to feel pride in what you have accomplished to get to this day, and to feel grateful for the teachers and staff of this terrific school who have helped you to do it. And he says to thoroughly enjoy it all. So I would like to ask that everyone join me in a standing ovation to thank Bill for his extraordinary gift. Thank you. So just as in 1983, when May B. Hinchliff was recognized as Roycemore's distinguished alumna, we have the privilege today of honoring this year's distinguished alumnus. One of the great pleasures I have as head of school of Roycemore is meeting our talented alumni. I'm constantly impressed by their incredible accomplishments, and I'm so proud to represent this school as its head. This year's distinguished alumnus honoree is no exception. Dr. Terry Gdoutos is a research scientist in aerospace at the California Institute of Technology in Pasadena, California, where he designs, analyzes, and develops structural systems for lightweight spacecraft designed to beam solar energy to Earth, providing limitless power to the planet. After graduating from Roycemore in 2005, he studied mechanical engineering and computer science at Northwestern University, earning 2 BS degrees, and subsequently obtained his PhD in aeronautics from Caltech, which one of the gentlemen on stage here is shortly about to head to himself. I was first introduced to Terry several years ago when we were starting the P3, or Personal Passion Project program, in our middle school. We had sent out a request to alumni to identify individuals who could serve as expert mentors to our students. The form we sent asked, please describe your area of expertise, particularly the area you might be able to mentor young learners? Terry was the very third alumnus to respond to that request. And I will admit, when I read what he wrote, I geeked out. He wrote, "Aerospace engineering, currently designing a spacecraft to collect solar power in space and deliver it wirelessly to any location on Earth." Incredible. As I've gotten to know Terry the last few years, I have come to know him as an individual with deep intellect and profound intellectual curiosity. His thirst for understanding has propelled him to lead a team that has developed technology that will be part of a satellite launch in December with SpaceX. The initial demonstration could have vast implications for the future of energy both here on Earth and in space. Not only is Terry a talented scientist, but he is also an individual with deep emotional intelligence. I have benefited from terrific conversations with Terry about the future of education and how we must evolve the school experience to ensure that students are prepared for our rapidly changing world and the skills they are going to need for success. So how fortunate we are then that Terry has agreed not only to continue mentoring students at Roycemore, but will also be joining our Board of Trustees as one of our newest members next month. With all of Terry's accomplishments, I'm sure you can see why he was selected to be recognized today. It is my distinct honor to present this year's Distinguished Alumni Award to Dr. Terry Gdoutos and introduce him to you as today's commencement speaker.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mrs. Finley Odell, and thank you to Roycemore School for this honor. Thank you to all the Roycemore faculty for devoting your time, and so much more, really, as I remember. And some of you who are still here, I remember from my day, so thank you. Thank you for inspiring your students. And thank you to the Roycemore class of 2021, for without you, there would be no graduation and no rhythm today. So it's indeed an honor for me to be here today. It's been almost 16 years to the day that I graduated from Roycemore, and for the life of me, I can't do the math on how many days that is. But I do remember some things about that day. I remember feeling nervous about stumbling as I walked to the stage, and that didn't change. I remember feeling excited about what comes next, which was college life, which I envisioned exactly as I had seen in the movies. And I remember the bittersweet feeling that accompanied the knowledge that I was leaving this environment of so many friends, inspiring teachers, coaches. And as I reflect on all this, I remember a couple of concepts that have stuck with me since I left this wonderful environment of Roycemore. Two concepts. So much ingrained in the culture here that I only realized how special they are, or I started to realize after I graduated. The first is what I remember as, it's not about getting, a good score on a test. It's not about, stopping at the obvious answer. It's about staying curious, asking the hard questions, and always finding that next frontier, the frontier of experience, of understanding. Staying curious, and that stuck with me. The second is about what happens, right? How we react when, as we stay curious, we reach those limits, we reach those frontiers. What do we do, right? For example, when I felt as though my legs really couldn't carry me anymore in soccer practice, or I just couldn't motivate myself to think of a single sentence for an English paper. And the answer that I got to that is perseverance. We just persevere. We keep going. And through the development of this curiosity, I ended up working in many areas of engineering: rail yards, chicken farms, corn silos, sports courts, and now in spacecraft. And through perseverance, I stayed up many nights. And usually I understood a little bit more, and always I drank a lot more coffee. My friends tell me that I philosophize and get carried away, so I'll bring this back to reality right now. So this very minute, there are 2 SUV-sized rovers driving around and conducting science experiments on a planet which is about 15 light minutes away. Travel takes 15 minutes to get from there to here. So talk about a frontier that is being explored. The names that NASA chose to give to these 2 rovers, which are on the planet Mars, are Curiosity and Perseverance. Congratulations on everything that you have gone through to graduate from this truly unique school in this very unusual year. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful summer.
Thank you, Terry, for that gift to our students and to our families today. And now, a tribute to the class of 2021. This class of 25 students will be furthering their education at 25 different institutions. 25, one for each of them. In 9 different states, from the East Coast to the West Coast and in between, as well as one graduate who will attend university in Germany when he commits, and another who has a variety of acceptances still from which to choose. The schools our seniors will attend schools ranging from large public universities, like the University of Georgia, to small private colleges like Grinnell, to Ivy League colleges like the University of Pennsylvania, to specialty programs like the Moody Bible Institute. 80% will be attending school outside of Illinois. And a whopping 94 universities offered admission to this class. It's quite incredible, the diversity that exists in this small but mighty class of 2021. And they are each carving out their path that is uniquely theirs. This is the power of the opportunity they have had to develop and grow as individuals these past 4 years in the upper school. As Alex Cho shared recently, he said, "I had the opportunity to explore my interest in oncology research, classical music, and even philosophy at Roycemore. It has been a most unusual year. When the pandemic caused all schools to shutter last spring, some of our students explored how they might complete their senior year with their classmates and teachers while also remaining with their families. Alex, Gary, Cindy, Bella, Lele, and Joanna all completed their senior year in China in a time zone 14 hours ahead of Chicago. They either had to attend their classes through the night synchronously or view recordings during their day. Amarina participated remotely from Tennessee, and Molly participated remotely from California. The resilience and grit that these students demonstrated this year is astounding and will serve them well as they enter a world where constant change is the norm. One of those changes affected Grace as she ended up moving to Georgia and participated remotely from Georgia part of the year. So even though our seniors were far away from their classmates, they did remain connected as a class. As Joanna wrote in her senior yearbook page, "I am an introverted person, but Roycemore offered me a feeling like home." Or Cindy, "Roycemore gives me the sincerest warmth and sense of home." Or Bella, who wrote, "I am very grateful for every experience and opportunity I got at Roycemore that helped shape who I am today." It is important for everyone listening here today to know that Bella, you and your fellow classmates shaped who we are today. We are all better for having known all of you and each other, and we managed to get through this pandemic together. And that's because of our caring and tight-knit community, which all of your parents were a part of. Adam said it well in comments he wrote in his senior yearbook page. In a year where a global pandemic and social unrest has upended our lives, Roycemore as a community helped me deal with everything that this year brought. Thanks for giving me the best possible high school experience I could ask for, despite everything that's happened in the last year. Class of 2021, it's because of each one of you that you have had the best high school experience any one of you could ask for. It's because of you that you leaned in, you made the best of a far less than perfect situation, making your mark in unique and powerful ways. And I am deeply proud of each of you. The class of 2021 is one of the most committed groups of students in Roycemore history to the issues of social justice, equity, and inclusion. Ellison, Grace, Alum, Hanu, and Alexandria fostered safe spaces for students regardless of gender expression or sexual preference through their commitment to the Gender Sexuality Alliance. Amrina, Katie, Hanu, and China formed the Muslim Student Association and advocated for greater appreciation, awareness, and support for Muslim students at Roycemore. And China, Effie, Hanu, Katie, Alexandria, Ella, and Amrina's work with the Diversity Club included several panel discussions throughout the year on the topics of race, religion, and allyship. And during their time in the upper school, they have had some interesting pursuits. Hanu is a sought-after babysitter. Adam has worked as a personal shopper for Walmart. Gary worked with the American Red Cross as a data dispatcher, helping provide meaningful visual representation for disaster records in Illinois. Alum is already a published author, having co-authored several articles on material science for scientific journals. Richard put his computer science and programming skills to work in order to gain a better understanding of X-ray radiation. And on the more humorous side, I understand that Ella once briefly got locked in a locker. Riley and Adam wrote some very funny sketch comedy last year, but COVID was no joke. And Effie's app building talents were put to the test when he rose to the occasion to build the school wellness screener for Roycemore with Roycemore alumnus Mark Ryland. The app proved so useful that it has been deployed by nearly 40 schools all across America. More importantly, we have been able to maintain on-campus school most of the year, and we have had no COVID outbreaks at Roycemore. Two of the favorite traditions of the class of 2021 are Polio and JST. This senior class had lots of tumblers, including Katie, Hanu, Alum, Riley, Richard, Bella, Molly, Joanna, Cindy, Alexandria, China, Nina, Alex, Ben, and Lele, who all participated in tumbling for some or all of their years in the upper school. And the members of the class of 2021 also fully took advantage of JST to pursue some really interesting topics, with Katie, Ella, Effie, and Amrina serving on the faculty student JST committee. A number of independent projects took off, such as Hanu's project involving food recycling at Haile Manas Academy in Ethiopia, or Alex Z, who shadowed an oncologist, or Ben, who learned how to play the ukulele, or Ellison, who wrote and published graphic stories, or China, who wanted to learn about women of worth in ministry. Alum and Grace learned to apply their learning of C+ computer programming to conduct large-scale simulations or develop games. And Gary sought to understand machine learning at MATLAB. Bella tried her hand at consulting, while Effie analyzed market data to better understand stocks. Molly, Alexandria, Cindy, and Alex all spent time building their understanding of health and wellness, and Katie and Amrina immersed themselves in the history of surgery. Not all seniors pursued independent projects. When the opportunity to learn Italian cooking and language presented itself, Henry, Jake, Adam, Lele, and Richard said, "Mangiamo." Our seniors are motivated to make a difference in the world. They beautifully represent Roycemore's core values of compassion and respect and volunteer their time throughout the year. Ben volunteers with meal prep for homeless individuals. He, along with fellow National Honor Society members Richard, Amrina, Gary, Ella, Ellison, Grace, Joanna, Alexandria, Katie, Hanu, and Alex, launched a new virtual tutoring program to provide assistance to younger Roycemore students this year. Ellison, Amrina, Effie, Hanu, Katie, and Grace also supported students, these are older students, at the other end of the age spectrum through the tech tutoring program at the Osher Lifelong Learning Institute. Ellison even joined the middle school D&D club this year and brought Grace along to help the students have a better adventure and to convince them to get into character. Katie, Alum, and Hanu also supported our younger students to strengthen their math skills by sponsoring a math club for younger Griffins. Several of our seniors also want to share their love of the school by serving as admissions ambassadors, like China, Effie, Hanu, Katie, Amrina, and Alexandria did. Molly, Gary, and Lele also served as ambassador students to newly admitted international students. China, Effie, Hanu, Alexandria, and Ella went above and beyond to help fundraising efforts by calling nearly 100 alumni from their homes. And Adam, Riley, Grace, Ella, Molly, Bella, Cindy, China, Ellison, Effie, Hanu, Alexandria, Katie, and Amrina all assisted with the scholarship fundraiser over the years. A global pandemic did not get this class down even when it came to the spring play, as seniors Alexandria, Ella, Richard, and Hanu played key roles in the outstanding radio play production, Sorry, Wrong Number. Our seniors are publishers with China, Effie, Ella, and Ellison serving on the yearbook staff. And last year, Bella leveraged her understanding of communications and technology to spearhead the addition of QR codes as part of the yearbook, with the support of Molly and Cindy. And Grace and Ella began the literary magazine. They brought in Hanu as a master team to ensure the magazine got published, featuring the work of students from all divisions of the school. Our class of 2021 is also artistic. And I think many of us can relate to the words of Molly, who said, "As a young girl, drawing was a sanctuary, and I drew for the mere pleasure of creation. Like many other young children, my childhood dream was to become an artist. And as I grew up, I thought this would only be a dream. However, people at Roycemore made me realize that my dream is the most important thing in the world, not only for myself. I got to dream something big, and everyone in the school was willing to help me find the best way and build up my unique character." Molly will head off to the School of the Art Institute in the fall. Two of her classmates will also be focusing on artistic pursuits in college, with Cindy heading to the new school, Parsons, and Alex O. looking forward to attending the Culinary Institute. Other classmates may continue some focus on art forms that they love, such as Grace and Bella in the fine arts, Ella with her Indian dance, Or perhaps our K-pop dancers of Molly, Alex N., Lele, and Bella. Maybe they'll even have a K-pop reunion at some point in time. Or Cindy and Joanna might get the band back together. Some students have sought to express their artistic talents in other novel ways. Smash Brothers, Mario Kart, Minecraft, and D&D are among the creative pursuits of the gamers in this senior class, who include Riley, Adam, Ellison, Grace, Katie, and Alan. And Bella pursued opportunities with the New York Times, WeChat, and Chechang television to publish vlogs. And not only is this class artistic, but our seniors are athletic as well, with Jake serving as captain of the basketball team and has played each of his years in high school. Ben is a championship rower. Katie, Nina, Cindy, Molly, Bella, Lele, Alexandria, and China participated in basketball. Nina is an accomplished tennis player. Molly, Katie, Cindy, Bella, China, and Ella participated in the volleyball team. And Alan, Richard, China, and Gary played soccer. Alan, Hanu, Effie, Alex, and Gary ran cross country. Richard is also a sailor and an avid fencer. Oh, and we must not forget ping pong. While not a varsity sport, I think one of the favorite memories of this class is playing ping pong here at school. The senior class has fully enjoyed the variety of ways that they've been able to interact with younger students in the building, from Carnival to the Zone to Lunar New Year, Wassel, and Griffin buddies. Nina, China, and Richard loved working with the middle school students in the Zone, and Lele, Joanna, and China. And all of our seniors were paired with younger students as Griffin buddies. The class of 2021 is a class of scholars, with Alan, Richard, Katie, Bella, Gary, Alex, Hanu, and Amrina taking classes at Northwestern this year. 3 of our seniors, Alex, Bella, and Katie, were named AP scholars. Gary was named an AP scholar with distinction, and Alan, Hanu, and Richard were named AP scholars with honors. Nina, Alexandria, Ben, Molly, and Effie received the President's Award for Educational Achievement. And Richard, Amrina, Gary, Ella, Ellison, Joanna, Katie, Alam, Hanu, Benna, Bella, Cindy, and Alex Z were recognized with the President's Award for Educational Excellence. Ella has been recognized as an Illinois State Scholar. The College Board National African American Recognition Program has recognized Hanu for his outstanding achievement on the PSAT, and the National Merit Scholarship Program has named Richard as a commended scholar. Whew. With all of this academic achievement, it's no wonder that our 25 seniors have been offered nearly $3 million in scholarships to college in the years ahead. Yeah. They worked hard for it, for sure. But they also knew how to have fun along the way, as you could tell. There are many stories to tell about the class of 2021, apparently including a strange obsession with the Waffle House. Leave it to say, this class has left its mark. We are forever changed by you, and you by each other. We are excited for you as you take the next steps in your educational journey and your lives, and we truly hope you will come back to visit often and stay connected to your Griffin family. Congratulations.
Will the class of 2021 please rise? Ms. Scheit, Ms. Finley-Odell, I present to you the class of 2021. Having met all requirements of Roycemore School, the faculty and I recommend that they be conferred the honor of Roycemore School diplomas and the status of Roycemore alumni.
Beginning with our students far away. Jiale Chun. The pictures are on the screen if you can see them. Chule He. Roland Joanna Lee. Yi Molly Wu. Hanshu Bella Zhang. Shinan Cindy Zhang. Zihan Zhou. And here on stage, Ella Chintagunta. Here's here. Grace Olivia Lawler. China Vache. Catherine Rosie Pollock. Berhanu Snyder. Alex Okun. Amrina Ahmed. Nina Natalie Lotman. Alexandria T. Nguyen. Riley N. Harris. Henry David Woldenberg. Ephraim Jonathan Zimmerman. Ellison Beckett Holloway. Ben Schweighauser. Richard York Speaker Ackerman. Alamayo Snyder. Jacob Robert Patak. And last but not least, Adam Gabriel Levin. So before closing, a few minor logistics. When they recess from the gymnasium, the class of 2021 will have its class picture taken on the veranda on the north end of the Davis Street. And thereafter, we will invite all of you to join us on the library terrace for a reception to honor our graduates. And now, class of 2021, having successfully completed the course of study prescribed by Roycemore School, I do very proudly pronounce you graduates of our school and congratulate you on the successful completion of your secondary careers. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2021.